Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. Great article here from T-Mobile's newsroom. I'll leave a link to it in the description so you guys can check it out. So this is big for T-Mobile and very important to them because they believe this is what got them the claim of fame, or now as they call it, champion, right? This is they went from the underdog to now the champion, as they call it, or as they say. So T-Mobile is number one for small business and large enterprise, according to JD Power. This is the first time that I've ever seen them report this JD Power report, and they have large enterprise in it. It's usually just a small business. And that's all it's been until now. Before, they were never able to compete for any large enterprise. I don't think they've had any. Zero. They've the only type of business that they've been able to do, and this is something that they called out at the the investors day, is they went from SIMs to solutions. So what they mean by SIMs, they sold maybe a few hundred SIM cards to another business, right? A large enterprise, and then that large enterprise used that as leverage to lower pricing with Verizon, like kind of like a threat, like, hey, we got 200 SIMs with T-Mobile. If you don't lower your price, we'll move the rest of them, right? But they were never going to do that. They just used T-Mobile for that purpose. Now, T-Mobile with the new network, the new spectrum, all the other Sprint densification, T-Mobile is actually able to provide solutions. So it's no longer just being used to get cheaper quotes. No, these businesses are actually moving their entire lines over to T-Mobile. That has never happened before until now. And now T-Mobile is able to also incorporate their great customer service, great billing, digital tools, support, cost of service, sales, and promotions into the large enterprise sector, and it's working, right? They appreciate it. They like the promotions. They like the price. It's likely cheaper than what they paid whoever they were with previously, AT&T or Verizon, and it's working. So today, T-Mobile is number one for small business and large enterprise customer satisfaction in the prestigious JD Power 2024 U.S. Business Wireless Satisfaction Study. Small businesses have spoken again, and T-Mobile is the best with the highest score across the following categories: billing, digital tools, support, cost of service, network quality, plus offerings and promotions. On top of that, T-Mobile takes the lead for large enterprise customers too, being recognized as the best in category, including billing, digital tools, support, cost of service, sales representative, offerings, and promotions. So as you can see, it says on top of that, takes the lead in enterprise customers too. That the reason they're pointing that out is because they've never been able to do that before, as I stated at the beginning. And also, as you can see, on the large enterprise, there's a piece missing, right? On the small business portion, it says network quality. That is not listed on the enterprise, right? I just want to point that out. So they're just getting started. What that means is they're just getting started on a large enterprise. And so far, if I had to take a guess, the enterprise that are with T-Mobile, right, those businesses, they haven't had much. Not, I don't want to say much, but they haven't had like a long extended period of on T-Mobile's network, right? They just switched recently. They tested it, it works, but they want to see how it goes for a longer extended period. So eventually, maybe, the network quality will also make its way onto the enterprise side. But this is a big deal for T-Mobile. This is huge for them. They're, like I said, they were the underdog. Now they've moved, as they call it, to champion, and these are the results. These are the perks that these businesses are enjoying. Like premium perks, $1,500 in annual benefits, traveling benefits, flight, Wi-Fi, Microsoft 365. You can see it all here, and the businesses are enjoying that, and it leads to great customer satisfaction. So they have it. They have that part figured out on the consumer side, and now on the large enterprise sector as well. Small business, they've been working that for a long time, even during LTE. But now they're moving, as Kali Field stated, they're moving from micro to mid-sized. So they're going to go for the bigger enterprises out there. So I'll close out the video on this. Verizon and AT&T, they have to start keeping an eye on T-Mobile. I know they haven't taken T-Mobile seriously over the years. They've never taken them as a threat, but now it's a different ballgame. Now T-Mobile is able to compete in every single sector that Verizon and AT&T had a stronghold in. Every single one. And the same playbook that T-Mobile has used on the consumer side, they're taking that to every single sector. First responders, large enterprise, small, big, mid-sized, tiny, whatever. You name it, they are competing there now. And AT&T and Verizon can no longer enjoy all these huge accounts paying them thousands and thousands of dollars a month. T-Mobile is willing to take them sometimes at any cost, right? If it means we have to lower pricing for X amount of years versus the competitor, they're willing to do it. And we've seen that not too long ago with the VA. I know that's not publicly stated anywhere, but T-Mobile came in lower for the amount of lines they got on the VA side, and AT&T said, we're not going to go lower, right? It's a race to the bottom. Let them just have the lines. And that's literally how they viewed it. So for T-Mobile, it seems to be accretive. However they structure it, right, price-wise, looking at their balance sheet, looking at their leverage, their lower debt, it works for T-Mobile. So AT&T literally just let those lines walk. They said, we're not going to match T-Mobile. We're not going to undercut. It's a race to the bottom. Let them walk. And I'm sure Verizon is going to view it the same. Some of these businesses, the bigger government ones, they probably have wireline and everything, which is very expensive to operate. And they just said, let them go. And I feel Verizon's probably going to do the same if T-Mobile undercuts them in a big way. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe if you're new. Follow my social media outlets. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.